Welcome back to Star Wars Jedi Survivor. When we last left off, we found a core ship. We met up with our friend Carl, who is currently protecting the fiery torch of destiny. We're going to continue where we left off, which was hanging off the edge. All right, so let's, maybe I'm supposed to drop down here. Ooh, wait. No, I'm supposed to go in here. I love these guys. Crap. Sweet. Is this a YouTube video too? Yes. So when I stream, after I'm done streaming, I cut the streams up and turn them into usually about an hour-long YouTube videos. So, all right, let's knock this out. All right. Well, that went great. Yeah, I can see why it would be a little confusing.
I guess knocking isn't an option. We'll find our own way.
Look, I started with YouTube, and some of my viewers wanted me to stream my gameplay live, because originally I would just record it privately and then upload it. But so I'm mainly just doing this for some of my viewers that wanted me to do it live. But all right, where are we supposed to go to from here? I'm guessing there, but that's a little bit away. Ooh, perfect. What is this supposed to be? They just randomly have pillars stuck to the ceiling?
This area locked down. Whatever Ravis is up to, it's drawn some unwanted attention. Any other day, stealing from those slow-minded prospectors would mean a thing. But now, they got some muscle. I can hear them buzzing around. We're the Bedlam Raiders. Nobody invades our...
Oh, right. That was just for show. I love how squishy the battle droids are. It's great. Oh, damn it. I tried to force push him off the edge, but he apparently can't be force pushed. Don't know why. Oh, man, this is close. Got him.
Whole ship knows we're here now, huh? I'm in bad shape, buddy.
Oh, cool. And they have the droid gunships as well. Nice. There's a lot of references here. I like it. It's pretty cool. They just wanted to throw in everything. Well, it's not everything, but a lot of it. It's interesting, though, that they have the Phantom Menace era Vulture droids rather than the Revenge of the Sith era ones. You'd think they'd have the newer models. Oh, wait, I can dash through the other ones, but not this? It's weird. All right. Well, moving on. Oh, a gun part. You know, I don't really care about using the blasters, so it doesn't really come in handy.
It's locked down.
So where am I supposed to go then? Okay. There we go. Hello, friend.
Enemy combat in battle. As you wish.
I want him as a friend. Okay, sweet. No!
What's yours?
Damn it. The same button to turn him seems to also kill him.
Killing me won't stop us. No victory cannot be stopped.
I need to upgrade my force push so I can actually knock these guys off the edge.
Miss. Aerial tactics.
Try that again. Finishing the target.
Oh no.
Nice.
Help me,
Demoralizing, huh?
Nope.
Jam door.
PS5. I have heard that this game actually runs a lot better on PS5. Don't know if it's true, but I have heard some people say that. I probably would have played it on PC, but I can't stream, record, and play a game on a PC at the same time.
Do your thing, buddy.
It would probably catch fire. I wasn't ready.
Good to see you in one
Nice.
Must be happy that Marin joined the crew.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool.
She wants to help us find Tantalor.
This reminds me of the scenes where they're running down the halls at the opening. Oh no. How do we do this? Do I have to get them when they're rolling? This could be bad. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I do a custom overlay for every game that I play. So each stream is themed to whatever I'm playing.
Help, please.
This is bad. Yes. You know, I loved playing as the Droidekas in Battlefront 1 and 2. Ridiculously OP. Especially Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 specifically, if you're playing as a Droideka and you manage your shields properly, you can just obliterate everyone. Oh god, we had a little bit of lag there. Yes, got it. That was cool. I actually really liked fighting them. That was fun.
First time I fought Droideka was with my master during the Clone Wars. I froze.
Droidekas, clad in bonzium armor and protected by a powerful shield. The Colicoid-made Droideka, known also as Destroyer Droids, are a terror on the battlefield. Their twin repeating blaster fires fast and powerful, while their personal energy shield protects them from most return fire. During the Clone Wars, even the Jedi were wary of engaging a Droideka head-on. I don't know how I feel about the paint job, but they are pretty cool. Yeah, I want to start streaming again, but I only play on console, and I want to know if I should buy an Elgato or not. You only play on console. Well, I use an Elgato for my streaming. It sometimes has issues, but not often. If you're just gonna play on like a modern console, normally you can stream directly from the console, but then you can't do custom overlays, transitions, as well as you could do if you were doing something like Streamlabs or something. So if you're wanting to do custom overlays like I'm doing and have like transition scenes where where you can switch between stuff like BRBs or ending or whatever. The only problem with that is if you're let's say you're going to use your Elgato and you're going to capture it on like a computer. and use software, make sure your computer can handle streaming it, because the thing with me with some games is there's a slight delay on the footage when it's being captured with an Elgato, very slight. So if I'm playing something like a shooter, like a fast-paced shooter, there's a slight delay, which can kind of screw you up at times.
Look at you now. Bet he'd be proud.
Hope so.
Enemy's close.
I wonder if we'll get grenades at some point. That'd be cool. Yeah, no problem. It's worked pretty well for me, and I've used it for, I want to say, about 2 years.
You know she didn't just join to find Tantalor, right?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever.
Hybrid. Oh, uses a gun and a knife. Interesting.
Hey, Cal.
Hey, BD, a little help?
I still don't trust this guy. I'm pretty sure he's going to betray us.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
The turbo lift.
Is that who I think it is inside?
Let me get a closer look.
Oh, great. It's our dear friend
See,
from Doctor Who.
control tower.
Then that's our target. I see a problem. Down there.
Where?
Droids.
We've seen worse. Check out those AATs. I've got a plan.
Wait, I can't really see what I'm zooming in
Hey.
on.
Kyle, to the
Yeah?
right. See that?
I'm trying to check out the droids. I'm a little
See
too
'em?
zoomed in.
So I figure I make some noise, draw them away.
Oh,
use
we're
them
gonna
to
actually use them.
regroup at the turbo lift.
Nice.
What do you think?
It's risky.
We passed
This could be
risky
fun.
a while back. Good luck.
You too.
I hope that we get to drive one of the tanks. That could be fun.
Ship won't fly, but there's a hangar full of craft.
An army, all ours, ready to scour this planet for my lost master.
I really hope that
what
we
he's
get
doing.
to fight a vulture droid. Well, here, you know what? Here's another tip for you, though. If you don't have a camera, you can get a relatively cheap one if you're going to be streaming sort of like this, like a game where you just need a small face cam, if you're going to have a face cam. You remind me of like a teacher for some reason. I taught psychology at a college for a few years, so that could be why. All right. So you're the first person that's told me that, though. So I don't know. Maybe it's finally starting to show. All right. So where the heck am I supposed to go? Let's hope this is it. Oh, it's not. Damn it. I don't know. This is weird. Maybe I'm not supposed to be over here. Oh no! Damn it! Ugh. Can I climb this? No. Maybe I am supposed to go over there. Guess I'll try again. Oh, okay. Made it. Oh, you messed me up. Damn it. I knew it was coming. Find your foe. I'll find him.
Time to fight.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come over here.
Hey,
Stay
stay here.
here. He asked me to stick around. Damn it. You know, I bet you this hallway, the reason you fought Droidekas here the first time, it's supposed to be a, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's clearly supposed to be a reference to episode 1. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that is kind of weird, because I haven't done it in a long time. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was probably one of the more fun jobs I have ever had. But I'll be honest, a lot of it was, damn it. Okay. Oh, come back, you son of a... He got stuck on the stairs. He has a claptrap problem. Yeah, no, it was a really, really fun job. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But I would say the majority of my students were either people who didn't speak English as their first language. So it was me kind of doing a lot of not translating, but trying to communicate the material in a way that they would understand, despite having like a language barrier. And then the rest of them were just couples that would come into my it was sort of an office, but they would come in and basically want free therapy. I would give them free advice that was just, unofficial free advice. Did you? Oh yeah, I definitely helped them out. I helped a lot of people. It actually made me, so when I was helping a lot of students with that, it made me really want to become like a couples counselor for the longest time. But then around, I want to say it was around 2018, they started to, I can't really say too much. A lot of psychology has changed lately. It's really over the past 5 years or so. They've kind of shifted away from it being about mental health care, and it's not really about that so much anymore. So I realized that if I did go forward with that career, I really wouldn't be able to help people properly. So I realized I had to kind of give it up, because psychology as a field really is kind of losing what it was all about. So I had to give it up, unfortunately. I really wanted to pursue it, but it sadly is no longer what I liked about it in the first place. Sadly, I can't get into too many specifics on this platform, but... Okay, sweet.
Breathe.
Should probably rest.
Who knows how to make an entrance?
Well, we'll just rest while he does his entrance. He can wait. In fact, I have some skill points. I should probably check. Maximum force is probably going to be more useful in the long run. That's right, roll away. I've gotten pretty good at feeding those now. I'm kind of sad. I actually liked the challenge. Ooh, what are these? Can I break them? Aw, what a shame. If this was Force Unleashed, I could destroy every single one of these. Oh, crap. I don't think I can deal with that. What are you doing here? He shouldn't have said that. Ooh, can I even make it to there? I'm not sure if I can, but I'm gonna try. Actually, I'm not gonna try. It's not worth the risk. Got him. So, can you tell a lot about a person that the way they present themselves in talks? Usually, like you said, the way someone talks, the way they carry themselves, their body language. The thing is our bodies communicate a lot more than we realize. So we're usually telling people things that we're not even aware that we're telling them. So you're not wrong in that. And the thing is that's not something that you have to have some sort of natural talent for. You can learn that. So especially if you ever take classes in body language. But the problem is that a lot of people don't realize is body language isn't absolute, because some people may show body language that you would think would say one thing, but if they have other factors going on in their life, they may actually be sending the wrong message because of their upbringing or because of other things they've been through. So it's actually very easy to misread someone if you just go by a standard, like if someone does this, it always means this. It's not going to be the case. In fact, most of psychology, if anyone ever tells you when you do this, it means that, or when someone says this, it means they are going through this, that's usually not true, because there's almost always exceptions. You can never say that A always equals B, because there can be other factors that may cause it to be, for there to be some other issue that's causing them to be the way they are. So it's one of those things where a lot of people who, once they first start getting into psychology, they think it's like this like cheat book for life where you can just automatically tell everything about a person. And it's really not the case, because there's always exceptions to the rules. The rules just kind of help us narrow things down, if that makes sense.
Keep moving.
Crap. Okay, these turrets are going to be annoying. I have no way to fight them right now.
Now to test my work. Droid, kill them.
Roger, roger.
Another interesting thing, since you brought it up about body language, it actually can change over time. So as we're seeing right now, and this is kind of creepy, but it's a lot of the much younger generation, the stuff that they've grown up with, whether it's cartoons or seeing people act overly animated in animations, a lot of younger people are actually picking up the body language they see in cartoons and animation. So body language analysis is probably going to change over the next decade, because it's going to have to, because people are kind of changing certain ways that they communicate. It's interesting because for some people it's a facade. They're just putting on a personality, but for others it's because people kind of, when they're growing up, we kind of mimic what we see. So you'll probably see some people that are overly animated. You see it a lot online, especially people who are trying to be on social media or be a social media star. You'll often see them over-animate themselves.
Dim, please.
And for some people, it's intentional. Others, they actually are acting that way because of what they've been influenced from what they've seen growing up.
Hey, BD?
Okay, I don't think I've ever fought one of these guys before.
You can't last. Look out, Jedi. This'll
Damn
be
it.
over soon.
It's probably not wrong.
BD, I need help.
It's so hard to dodge the red attacks. Oh, wow, he can hit me from afar with that. That sucks. I'm gonna die. Yes, help me, please, my friend.
Good to see you.
That was perfect timing.
Does anyone need
That's weird, so they imitate a lot of what they do. Yeah, well, most people do. I mean, look, even when we're kids, like, we learn from our parents. We learn from what we see on TV and television. Um, it's how it's, the saying, monkey see, monkey do. I'm not trying to compare people to monkeys, but the thing is we growing up, we do learn that way. I mean, there's a lot of what we do that is natural, and then there's a lot of that. There's this thing called nature versus nurture. So a lot of what makes us who we are is natural environments, which means it could be biological, it could be things we're naturally ingrained to act a certain way, and then other is nurture, which is how our parents raise us, what we see in our environment, what we're taught in school, and all of those things kind of shape who we become as a person. People who dress up in like anthropomorphic animal costumes, for example, if you know what I'm talking about. If you look, a lot of them grew up during the time of Looney Tunes and a lot of Disney movies where now we have animals that talk and walk around like people. So when you're a kid and you've always grown up seeing these types of animals that act like humans, you kind of associate them more with humans. So there's a lot of psychological theories that's why we see a rise in people that are really into that, because they've grown up with it, and we didn't really have that much in the past. Now we've always had like anthropomorphic animals, especially if you look like in Egypt and a lot of the statues and hieroglyphics, but it doesn't seem like it was as popularized as it is now. And one of the theories for that could be that it's because of the cartoons, the animations that kids have watched growing up. So it's interesting. It's not like that doesn't like absolutely explain why that's happening, but it is a possibility that is why. So, and that's just another thing where kids and young adults, we learn from what's around us. Even tastes, like let's say a kid grew up playing with trains, and do you think they just randomly decided they like trains? Normally that's not the case. Normally they saw a train and their parent had a positive reaction to it, or they saw a cartoon that was really a happy, positive cartoon with a train, and they're like, I like trains. So a lot of even our tastes and things, they can be influenced by what we see around us in the world growing up, especially when we're very impressionable. So a lot of our tastes and things can often be shaped by those around us and their reaction or the way that it's presented to us. So let's say the first time you see a bunny as a kid is a cartoon where the bunny is scary. You may grow up not liking bunnies or be afraid of bunnies. And you may never know why, but it's because maybe one of the first times you were introduced to one, it was kind of in a negative light in some way. So all those little things together kind of shape who we become.
hammer that size?
Doesn't need it anymore. Couldn't find a way to the turbo lift.
Well, let's look for one together.
What'd you find?
Oh, cool. We're in like a generator room. I think this is the most knowledgeable information I've heard in a while. Oh, really? Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
All you, BD.
Look, I used to love talking about psychology. I wish I still could do it, but it's just not what it once was. Ooh, we're going to run across these? That's going to be a challenge. Oh no! Oh, damn it. I wish I could just hold on to the side, but clearly I have to run across it. I really need to find a checkpoint, actually, because if I die here, I'm screwed. I think one thing for me that is bad, I have really bad motives with understanding stuff and comprehending sometimes what people say. When you were a kid, did you get to ask questions? Or I'm kind of psychoanalyzing you here, so I apologize, but I think I may understand exactly where you're coming from. So did you ever have times when you were a kid where you like asked your parents like, why is this or why is that? And were you shut down by your parents where they wouldn't tell you, or they're like, I'm your parent? Or did you ever have a teacher where you asked them a question and they made fun of you or refused to answer? Because a lot of times, when we're a kid, if we don't get answers when we're trying to understand, it kind of makes it where that part of our brain struggles to then understand because we have a negative response with trying to seek more information. So it hurts our motive and our understanding. I'm not saying that's what you went through, but that is sometimes why some people have that problem. It could also just be a learning disability, but a lot of times with learning disabilities you can overcome them. And the thing is we all kind of learn differently. So it could just be that you need things explained to you in a very specific way. Maybe you're the kind of person that needs like hands-on examples, and maybe that will click better with you. Maybe you're more of a creative mind, and you need things to be explained in just a way that just clicks with you personally better. Because some people learn better from like auditory, some people learn better from reading, and other people need more of like a hands-on. And there's other ways too, but those tend to be the most common.
Impossible.
Yeah, I'm sure, totally impossible. The droid's begging me to fight him. Oh no! I do not want to fight that guy again.
You'll remember this one.
Okay, so how the heck am I gonna do this? Ooh. Okay, so there is something over there, so I think I know what to do. Well, this is gonna be a challenge. You know, my friend has a jetpack. Why doesn't he just fly me over there? It wouldn't be that hard.
Okay, now what?
Superman over here.
Not bad.
Yeah, you know what? If his jetpack does look a little small, but at the same time, if he's able to like wedge that door up like that using the jetpack, which means it also has to lift him off the ground and force that up, that should be enough power to carry me across these ledges. Unless Cal's just really heavy. He's got that adamantium skeleton going on.
What are these buildings?
Technical term is yurts. Living quarters.
Hmm.
Saw them on Merrick 9. You never seen so many yurts.
Living quarters. We're in deep now.
Ooh, I hope this goes out to the front. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it goes right back here. Perfect. Even better. What is this?
Good. Soon you will serve a new master.
Interesting.
Ready to tear down some Jedi.
I was
They're
programmed
onto
to
us.
be ready. I was
Turn back or die.
Surprise!
Have some. I win some, you lose some.
Alright, I'm switching back to dual wielding.
Your turn, you fool.
I'm clearly better with it.
got you now.
Absorbing damage. I have you now.
Just come quietly.
You okay?
My buddy, you're getting in my way.
I need something, buddy.
Oh no, don't kill him. He's my new friend. Damn it. Oh man, that sucks. Kind of yes, in a way. I would kind of was just passed through school and nobody ever said anything. Now I'm kind of in that point. Now I'm done with school, confused on what to going to. Hey, a lot of people are in that boat, my friend. A lot of people. With where AI is going right now, if it continues to progress the way it is within the next year, which I'm sure it will, then it's gonna take a lot of jobs. So I think that a lot of people right now are even people who aren't just getting out of school or just getting out of college. A lot of people are wondering what they're gonna do.
Raiders have gotten pretty cozy here.
But you know, there's a couple options. You can always look at well, what am I good at? and you could try to pursue that. It doesn't always work out. Like, let's say you're good at drawing. You could try selling art, but that's a very hard thing to do. If you're doing anything that's creative, it's going to be hard to make a living off of, but you can try and you can see where it goes. And if it doesn't go in, like, what I would do is that let's say that you're the only thing you're good at, and this is me just assuming, but let's just say it's something creative. You could try to do that creative thing, but give yourself a time limit. Like, I'm going to do this for X amount of time. And if I don't have, if I haven't made this amount of money, or if I haven't had this much progress, I go to plan B, and then come up with a plan B. And if you're just thinking, I need to have some sort of career that I can live off of, make money, honestly, look into a trade. There's a lot of trade jobs that you can just go take classes to learn how to do them, and you can make good money on it. There's a lot of jobs that a lot of people don't think that they would want to do, but they actually make good money. People who work in engineering or plumbing or repair technicians, or even like truckers, you can make really good money on that. So you can always go to like a trade school, just learn how to do the job, get the skills you need. So even if you don't have any skills in it, you can go to take some classes for it, learn how to get whatever certification you need, and then get those jobs. And they can pay a lot better than most jobs out there, a lot more than people realize. So if you're not sure what to do, I would first try to pursue something you think you're good at, but have a backup plan so that you have something to fall back on. Don't just give up if whatever you pursue the first time doesn't work out, because it probably won't. That's just kind of how life is. And if it does work out, great. But yeah, no, a lot of trade jobs, most people don't bother looking into them because, like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. But it's like, you could make good money on it, and you don't have to really know how to do it before you go into it. So you can just learn real quick, go take some courses or a class. Usually the employers offer those. It's always an option.
We'll need some living space. Homes.
Homes?
Sure. You never been to Marek 9?
And if you're worried, like, well, I don't know how I'd pay for like a class or a trade school type thing, you don't have to worry about that. Like, let's say you want to get a job as like a repair technician or a repairman. A lot of times, if you go to that job, you just say you want to do it, you apply. If you don't have the training, they'll usually pay for you to get the training, and you can make some decent money off that. And the great thing is once you have a few years or so of that under your belt of working those types of jobs, now you have something really good on your resume. Trade jobs look great on a resume, so then you can take that somewhere else, maybe get a better job. So, but the thing is you'd already have a decent job because those jobs tend to pay better than a lot of what else is out there. So that's probably some of the best advice I could give you as far as that goes, if you're really not sure what to do. And if you don't have anything that you think you're good at all, which, you know, you probably are good at something, but if you don't think you have anything, then just start looking at different trade jobs that you can be trained to do. That's what I would do. If you're pretty young and you did get into a job, like a decent trade job, you could be saving up a lot of money pretty early. Unless you're planning on going to like college or something. That's obviously another story.
You ready to fight something like that? You know me. I'll stab them in the side when they're distracted. Hey,
What are they doing?
job done. You're slimier than a patty frog, but I'd sooner have you on my side.
That accent. You're slimier than a patty frog, but I'd sooner have you on my side. Interesting. They're supposedly training, but they're really just like taunting each other with their stabs. I don't see how they're gonna get better practicing this way. Just saying. Doesn't look like they're being very efficient.
Slow up. Enemies nearby.
What? Oh, damn it. I thought I could run on the wall.
What?
You are now my friend. Help me. You killed my friend. I can also tell you what jobs to avoid if you're curious. Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming. My foe was a battle droid. Damn it. I was hoping that would never happen. Now I have to debate whether I'm going to edit this out of the video. I won't, but I certainly would like to. I mean, what's the point of fighting them? I can go get my stuff back. I'm your worst nightmare. Alright. Hello, friend. You are gonna help me. Okay, good. Granted, I guess it also depends on what country you're from. I don't know what country you're from. It could be completely different where you are.
You think you can just vanish? No. Not bad. No problem. Heads up.
And in a way, I want to progress, but I'm so stuck in the past and don't want to let stuff go, and it's hard for me to meet new people, like have new friends because they're not like the old ones, but I know they're not coming back. I understand that. Look, I will, you probably don't want to hear this, but it's a lot harder to make friends when you're an adult. For most people, especially if you're trying to make friends online. The best way you can make friends is in person. So if you're really wanting to make friends, I would recommend joining like a group. So, like if you like playing cards, you can always join like some type of card group, like whether it's Magic the Gathering or whatever. I know some people make friends that way. There's a lot of like social groups in person, and that's probably one of the best ways to meet people as friends or dating once you're an adult, because it's definitely, you're not going to find many online. And don't ever try to make friends with people you work with. That's always a bad idea. Trust me, don't make that mistake. Don't. In fact, that's probably the best advice I can give you. Don't ever think you're friends with people you work with. Yeah, look, for me, I'll be honest. I really only have one good friend, and it's a friend that I've had since I was like 14 years old, and we're still friends to this day. So it's better to have one really good friend than it is to have a bunch of friends. So if you have any that you're still in contact with, just try to stay friends with them best you can. If you don't have any anymore, just keep your eye out, be friendly. Try not to get too attached to people in the beginning. Try to slowly build a friendship with someone. It's really the best advice I can give you as far as that goes. But it also depends on what country you're in, because I'm really just going off of, because I've lived all across America, so I'm really just going off of America. So if you're not from America, this advice may not work for you, because it may be different where you're from.
Once we get through this, Kata and I can finally rest.
Can you get that down?
Consider it done.
You're from America? Okay, well then yeah. So this advice would probably help you then. You can try to do it in college if you do go to college. But I didn't have much good luck making friends in college. So what happened to me when I was in college was that each semester, I would make really good friends. And I was like, great, I've made all these amazing friends. And then as soon as that semester was over, never heard from again. Happened like clockwork pretty much every time. The only friends that I've had that stuck around were friends I had before college. And it was like you'd meet someone in a class in college or something, and you would really click, and you'd hang out outside of college and whatever. And as soon as the semester's over, they're just gone. And from what I understand, a lot of people have that same problem. So you can make friends in college, but it's definitely going to be hard. And if you're not going to college, I do think finding a group would be good. Some towns have gaming groups, like some places have like gaming clubs, where it's like a cafe or something you can go and play video games with people. Some of them cost money, some of them don't. You can make friends at those types of places, or at places where you play cards. I know a lot of people, especially in the area I live, there's a lot of people that like to play like Magic the Gathering and stuff, which I don't. I never played it, but people will go and make friends doing that. And I mean, I'm sure some people make friends online nowadays, but I don't think it's the best idea. I think it's gonna be very hard to find a good friend on the internet. All right. I like how he keeps dropping these ropes, but he really could just fly me up.
Time to let up, Cal.
Let up? You just let me up. Yes, activate it. Oh no. This is gonna be bad. Oh my god, they have a... Yes, drop the super battle droids. I want to make him my friend. It's like he's trying to come down, but he's just wiggling up there. You see that? What the heck? Maybe I glitched them out by standing underneath them. Nope. Be my friend, be my friend. Crap. Okay, I got one friend. Shall name him... Your name is Martha. Alright, Martha. Kill your friends. But I don't want to. Too bad. It is your lot in life. And by the way, my advice, don't take it as like religious text. There's always exceptions. So you could make friends outside of what I just suggested. Easily. Everyone has different circumstances, and you may meet someone under a perfect circumstance and make friends that way. So just know there can always be exceptions. It's kind of like the same for me, for like women. Like a lot of them show interest in me, but it's like in a way I want to communicate to them, but then don't. It's like I have this ego sometimes, like I have my best interest somewhere else, and they end up losing interest in me. It's like a repeating cycle. You may just need to work on yourself a bit. You may just need to take a step back and find out a little bit more about who you are as a person and kind of solidify that before you try seeking a relationship, which is hard, especially if you are lonely. If you're lonely, you kind of want to seek some type of attention or affection in some way. So it can be hard, especially if you do need to work on yourself, because then it's even harder, because when you're in that state of mind where you really do need to work on yourself, you often feel more lonely. Yeah, I would recommend just, try to work on yourself. Keep an open mind. If you meet someone, let things happen naturally. Don't push anything. Be a good friend. Be loyal. If things don't work out, don't let it eat you up. Things happen. Try not to let things affect you, because this is stuff I wish people told me when I was a little bit younger. So, and you may already know this, because this is common sense to a lot of people, but the way you think about things causes you to feel about them. So for every situation that happens to you, your initial way that you think about it is why you feel the way that you do. So if you feel depressed about something that happens in your life, it's not because that thing happened in your life. It's because of the way you think about it. So if you work on changing the way you think about certain things, you can change the way you feel. Let's say you try out for a job and you don't get it. A lot of people think, oh, well, I'm not good enough, or, I'm not gonna, it's because I'm inexperienced, or it's because of this or that. Don't think that way. Even if it might be true, don't think that way. Work hard to, whenever you have those thoughts, say, no, that's not why. They probably just had someone who was more qualified, or maybe that there was someone that they were already thinking about before I even had the interview, because that does happen a lot. And just change the way you think about each negative scenario that happens to you, and change it into something that's more positive, and you will not feel as upset when bad things happen in your life. And that, it really does apply to everything in life. If you get shot down by a girl, if a relationship doesn't work out, change the way you think about it, change it into something positive, and it won't affect you as much. Because, I mean, like I said, the reason that we feel the way we do is because of how we think about it. So no matter what horrible thing happens, it's not the horrible thing that makes us feel bad. Sometimes you feel narcissistic. Yeah, well, I mean, look, a lot of people who grew up in the days of social media, you tend to be a little more narcissistic because of the way that social media rewires our brains. Because social media is not really about, and you may not even use social media. So if you don't use social media, then this doesn't apply to you, or it probably doesn't apply to you. But when we use social media, it's not about being social. It's about ourselves. You're basically posting things that you want people to see. You're posting things that you want people to have a certain response to. You're basically, everything that you do on social media is for you to be perceived a certain way. So you're kind of training your brain to look at yourself And I think you said what you grew up at like 2005, so you probably grew up during that time. I mean, and it's not necessarily like you can't fully blame the people either. It's just kind of what it does to you. Every picture you post, every post you make, it's all about how you want other people to see you. So if you do that, especially if you're someone who checks social media every day, you're actively reinforcing the mindset of thinking all about yourself. So it's going to make you more narcissistic. So that's why when I actually realized that was happening to me when I was younger, and I think I think I probably realized it when I was maybe 14. I think I realized it. And so I deleted like all my social media when I was 14. I was like, I am not touching this stuff again. And I only went back on it for my VladiMedia stuff. And that was like last year.
My credits are on Santari Kree.
No kidding. If she sends Z to that Bacta tank,
Take a break from what, like social media? That's up to you. That's going to be something that you're going to have to answer yourself. If you think that it's affecting you negatively and you think you need a break, then do it. That's not something I can really tell you that you should or shouldn't do. That's going to be something that you'll have to kind of determine on your own.
maybe there's more to this story.
Because that's one of those things it's gonna depend on each person. If you realize it's affecting you negatively, and you think maybe I'd do better without this and without checking this every day or having this over my shoulder, take a break or delete it.
Rescue Z, get out of here, find Tanalor, and
You're not missing anything.
what?
I'm just taking it day by day.
Maybe figure something out with Marin?
She's got her path, I've got mine.
Yeah, I've heard Jedi avoid attachment, but
That's right.
just don't forget who you really are.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means trust your heart. Things are only getting worse out there. Life is precious. And so is happiness.
I wish it were that simple.
It is that simple. If you see a future with Marin, embrace it.
I don't understand. I can't just... Boat.
Oh no.
Hey, clankers! Over here. A little further. Perfect.
Oh no, you're fine. Don't worry.
Thanks. I'll look for another way around. You find that droid.
So I always find it interesting how different people who write Star Wars interpret the whole romantic attachment thing. They always interpret it differently. When most people don't realize is that they are allowed to have attachments and relationships. In fact, it's very important to them. And a lot of times, if you look throughout Star Wars, the master and apprentice, they usually have a type of relationship, not romantic, but they do have an attachment to each other, almost always, which they do kind of delve into a little bit more in the Clone Wars show, especially when you come across masters that seem to don't even give a damn. But there were even Jedi masters on the council that had wives. And a lot of people who just watch the movie and they don't know about the backstory of all the characters that are on the screen, they just assume, well, Anakin's doing this horrible thing. But there are other people on the council who are married. Now, some would argue that it's because of special circumstances, like Ki-Adi-Mundi, the guy with the taller head. He has, I think, multiple wives and a ton of children, and it's because his species is like they're not going extinct, but they are somewhat of an endangered race. So he's allowed to have a family, but I think there's even a few others that have families or some type of relationship. The thing that they don't want you to have is like a dependent attachment to where it would endanger you or the other person, to where you would put that person before the Jedi Order. So technically, you could have a relationship as long as it doesn't go above the Jedi code, and that's part of the reason why it's frowned upon, is because once you have that romantic relationship, it's very easy for you to be swayed once you have that close bond with someone. But you kind of relate yourself to Anakin. A lot of people do. Look, Anakin. Look, I always find it interesting when people call Anakin like a crybaby. It's like clearly they didn't watch all the movies. This guy was born a slave, was raised by this horrible person, this horrible alien, as a slave, with his mother being a slave, never knew his dad. And then some random guy shows up and says, hey, I'm going to take you away from all of this. And then as soon as this father figure takes him away, he has to say goodbye to his mom. And he's taken away from slavery. He's free, but he's not, because then this new father figure immediately dies. He is now has to be led by this other guy who's not that much older than him. And he's basically a slave again, because he's a slave to the Jedi Order. And he doesn't really have any freedom. So now, not only is he's basically just a slave all over again. And then the whole time doesn't even realize it, but Palpatine's manipulating him all along the way, making him his own slave, to then when he loses his wife, after he loses his mother again, and now he's a slave to this evil lord. So he's always a slave. He never really can have love or freedom. So it's an incredibly sad and tragic story. And it makes complete sense why he's always whining and upset, because he never got to grow up. He never got to be free. He's always kind of trapped. And when you're always trapped, you're going to lash out. You're going to be, emotional. So yeah, Anakin is a really, really good character. And I think a lot of people give the actor and the character a little too much crap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I will see you in the next episode.